Yeah, cause that shit loud.
So you got the Yeti hooked up?
Yeah,
Nah, I ain't dealing with that shit.
we live another week.
Another week, episode 20.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it.
Episode
Niggas
20.
know the numbers.
We know what time it is. I made it a mission to make sure we knew that shit today.
we told y'all we getting better every week, man.
We working.
Definitely working. This the first episode with the new logo. Shit is up. Go check it out.
That's fire. That is fire.
What's up with y'all boys snuffing his mans at the Drew League?
Yeah, your man's Jason out here wilding, yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, these LA niggas tripping this summer. First Nipsey was slapping the nigga in the parking lot.
He definitely slapped the nigga. The thing about Nipsey slapping, cuz, is like, you heard that shit. Like, it's one thing to see a nigga get slapped. It's another thing to hear a nigga get slapped.
Nah, the cock back on that one was fire.
That shit was vicious.
Oh, man.
So, I already kind of knew where I wanted to start today, but Suge Knight's out of prison.
Suge Knight out of prison.
Suge Knight got released today.
Like, don't worry, he'll be back.
At this rate.
I'm like, hold up. Like, I had somewhere I wanted to start, but this might overtake it.
He'll be back, don't worry.
Niggas free Suge Knight, but R. Kelly's still on the loose. That's wild.
The streets is done.
Streets is wild done.
Yo. Yeah, Suge Knight definitely out of jail. Damn.
Niggas would be shook if this was like 93. Niggas now.
Niggas
like,
definitely ain't scared of Suge Knight no more.
At all. Like, at all.
I just never thought the nigga was getting out.
Where the fuck do you see that? What is that on?
It's on Twitter. I just looked that shit
I literally...
up. Suge Knight was like Thanos in the 90s.
He was definitely Thanos. Had all the Infinity Stones.
Every last one.
No, I literally just looked up some shit and like a related story with Suge Knight out of prison. I'm like, hold up.
It's wild that that's a related story.
Hey, nigga, what type of shit are you searching? To where that's like your related stories and shit.
Like, it was fucked up. Drake was on that Soul Church stuff.
Shit. Kid Drake had made it in the 90s.
Yeah, Drake definitely was signing to Death Row in the 90s.
Drake was definitely getting extorted by Death Row in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, Suge Knight would have took all of Drake money in the 90s. Like, he was lucky to get with Jay Prince, an honorable nigga and shit, and not Suge Knight.
That's a fact, because let it would have been the other side. Like Suge would have been in the Jay Prince situation. Drake would definitely be getting finessed.
And all red.
Yeah, Drake got with the right bloods. He got with the right bloods. And really, when you think about it, he did sign to Suge Knight, but just to a lesser extent.
Pretty much.
Because Birdman is definitely Suge Knight light.
Birdman definitely be wildin'. I don't care what nobody say.
Gonna shoot you.
Shout out to Drizzy though, man.
Birdman ain't paid by a while.
5 weeks, number one. 4 weeks. That video was fire. Like I said in the GM, that In My Feelings video might be Drake's best video.
It was definitely dope.
That shit, it's crazy though, because he 5 weeks number one, and he the first nigga to do that since himself.
Yeah, but you know what he say?
Me
Every
battling
time
me.
I look up, it's
Drake
me versus me.
Drake. Yeah, man, that nigga doing like that shit is regular for him though.
That's crazy though.
Oh shit! Did y'all see?
So what y'all been up this last week?
Motherfucking trying to just get shit moving. Out here in Maryland and shit. Making shit shake. Leaving these hoes alone.
This weekend. Oh yeah, we've been apartment hunting that shit.
Hey.
Looking to move again. I ain't really ready to move again, but whatever. And that's pretty much what we did all weekend and shit.
I saw Breezy on Friday.
You said you saying who?
You saw CV?
Yeah.
It was a
went
4-hour concert of just him.
You said what? Nah, well, I mean, that was the only part we went for. I don't know who the fuck performed in front of him.
How was it? That shit was decent.
How much was these tickets?
That nigga, just from like a talent perspective, that nigga might be the GOAT.
Shit, I ain't never think that was really hard. Michael Jackson couldn't do a front flip to March Madness. I'm gonna put that out there.
Listen, man, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do a lot of shit Chris Brown could do.
No, it was wild too. Though, it was like, and it trips me out that like this was still a complaint, but there was definitely people complaining about like the vocals in the background being too loud, and I'm like, y'all want this nigga to dance like this, move around this fucking much, and sing the whole fucking time?
You wonder why my mans be high.
I mean, the coke is the only way you could do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, how the fuck y'all got some like that shit? That's unrealistic expectations and shit.
They be wild.
Like, you would have thought people would.
It's kind of wild.
Like, I think that was shit.
It's kind of wild.
Go ahead, Joe.
It's kind of wild. We let Breezy do cocaine and niggas is like out here saying pray for Demi Lovato. That shit kind of nuts.
Now, I ain't seen a single nigga say pray for Demi Lovato. Demi been getting roasted out here.
Niggas definitely been out here trying to pray for the white girl.
Ooh,
Oh,
man.
Don't look at me like that.
all I seen is memes and jokes, and they going at her neck.
Hey, that's because niggas realized they did Lamar Odom dirty. So they said we got to keep that same energy.
Nah, that's a fact. Like, but I ain't seen like a single person been like, "Yo, pray for Demi Lovato." Like, all I seen, she just got mad. Like, that shit's a page now.
It definitely
ain't
been all hate. It ain't been all hate for Demi Lovato.
White women will never get all hate unless you like Tommy Lauren or something.
Just type it in. Just type the little Twitter search shit. Just type in pray for Demi Lovato or some shit. I guarantee you some niggas is gonna be saying
10,000.
Probably more than that. She white.
How different would this? Who's like a popping like black chick? Like we can compare. All right, would it be the same energy if like Tinashe was like doing blow or some shit?
I don't even know if 10,000 people know Tinashe for real.
Hey, that's a fact.
Hey,
Shout out to her though.
Hey, bro.
You know Tinashe? Oh. She said who? She was dating Ben Simmons. You know Ben Simmons? No? Oh. Oh, shit.
The irony of that is Ben Simmons broke up with Tinashe for being, I quote, on some Kardashian shit.
See, but I mean, yeah, we would have to pick somebody other than Tinashe, though, because we got to pick, like, a Demi Lovato equivalent in the black community, and it definitely ain't Tinashe.
It would be,
Who's the Demi Lovato? See, I don't even know Demi.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Lovato,
such a very niche thing.
Yeah, like Tinashe's not even a bad example.
Honestly, yes, it is. Like Demi Lovato was like on Disney Channel, dog. Wasn't she on Disney Channel?
Nigga, but like ain't nobody give a fuck though.
You gotta say Keke Palmer or some shit, like a child star who grew up and tried to do music.
Hey, no, if Keke Palmer OD tomorrow, like niggas will lose their mind. Like let True Jackson OD.
That's a
Niggas will
fact.
go crazy. Niggas will go crazy.
Just like the white folks are going crazy for Demi Lovato. Y'all saying 50 get the first ever refund from a stripper?
50 was definitely taking ones off the stage. I said that. I knew this nigga was different. that just solidified it.
You're the first nigga to ever get a refund from a stripper.
He didn't even do it subtle though. Like my son just picked that shit up.
He said
he ain't do the
he
show.
She was wilding.
Damn. Yeah, can you be a stripper with an attitude? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Hell yeah, you could be a stripper with an attitude. The fuck? You can be anything with an attitude.
Damn, why you get so aggressive, bro?
I don't know how you. I mean, being a stripper with an attitude is kind of wild. Like how you up there dancing for money and then you like got an attitude. Shit. That's like the one job to where like your face could definitely get you nothing. Like you could be up there with the stank face if you want to. A nigga will not throw no ones at you.
You was not getting table dance or nothing. You finna be like Ebony of Players Club. Asking niggas do they want to dance.
Hey, what was my man name off Players Club? Niggas still got smoke with him today. He did.
Junior
did every dirty.
Hey, no, like
niggas
ain't no bullshit. If I see that nigga in real life, like niggas got still off on because that was
yeah.
That was wild. All right, anybody listening that ain't never seen Players Club, go check it out. Y'all get what we talking about.
Hey, nah, you got to shout out any nigga who like played in a movie and his role translates to the streets and shit. Like when niggas got real beat you off a role you played on a movie or a TV
That's
show.
a fact.
Because you definitely got Tyreek. Niggas don't fuck with him in real life just off
You
power.
definitely can't fuck with Tariq.
Angela.
At all.
Junior from Players Club. Niggas trying to smoke Dre in real life. Just off power.
Half the motherfuckers on power, if you see them in real life, you like, yo, what you doing, bro?
Yeah, man.
Like, you wildin'.
Niggas is definitely invested in that
shit. For real.
Who else, like, overplayed a role to where, like, you got real beef with them? Definitely the niggas that shot Ricky.
The irony of that is that niggas dead in real life.
That's kind of wild.
Oh, light-skinned boy, go Google that. That's a wild story in itself.
Or like niggas who will forever be known from their one role, like Stacy from the Wood.
Stacy is definitely going to be Stacy forever.
Even if he is a crackhead now. You don't hear nobody saying pray for Stacy. You don't hear nobody saying pray for Stacy.
Hey, Stacy was in dope and shit. He was the school like security guard. That shit tripped me out.
Stacy was locked up in real life.
Stacy was definitely in the fucking movie called Lockdown. Oh man. Name of this episode is Black Movies.
Oh man. Y'all niggas ever watch? I know you don't watch TV, Justin. So I don't know if you ever watched this shit, 60 Days In.
Oh damn, what that's about, bro?
That's like when these niggas go. Why you gotta be so petty? I'm just playing. But nah, it's this show and shit. I guess it's basically about niggas spending 2 months in prison. So like It's like motherfuckers just volunteer to spend like 2 months in prison and shit, and then they but don't nobody in there know that they in there on the TV show. So they basically living like the full prison life. So these niggas get into jail fights. Motherfuckers join jail gangs and all type of dumb shit.
They wildin'.
Yeah, man.
Niggas definitely wildin' with that shit, bro.
That shit.
Niggas ain't trying to go to jail when they got to. I'm definitely not finna volunteer to do that shit.
Yeah, I guess it was supposed to be a way for them to kind of help reform the prison system and shit and let them know what they think can be changed on the inside, what can be done better and shit like that.
Right.
But that shit is just wild because them niggas definitely be in there getting into real drama.
Niggas be tripping.
Oh, man.
What's been going on this weekend? Sports shit. We got Ray Lewis kissing his sons on the mouth.
You got Ray Lewis being Ray Lewis. Shout out to Randy Moss for that title.
Definitely shout out to Randy Moss.
Shout out to T.O. too for doing what's best for him.
I don't know. I'm not all the way with the T.O. shit.
What?
You gotta go into detail about that, yeah.
I'm definitely all about niggas doing whatever they feel is best for them, even if I don't agree with it. Cause I can't tell a nigga what's right and what's wrong.
Nah, that's fine, but like T.O. definitely, cause like I don't know, like one of the shits that I was tripping out about, like my man was definitely making he definitely was talking shit about the Hall of Fame being petty and not sending his jacket when niggas don't get their jacket anyway until Friday. Excuse me.
What else?
I couldn't say anything about that shit.
You said what?
No, he said what else?
I don't think, because to me, T.O., like, I don't know, the whole shit just seems petty as fuck on T.O. part.
In which way?
Because I think the only reason he really is pissed off as he is because he had to go in the Hall of Fame with another nigga who plays the same position and was first ballot.
So you don't think it's the fact they made him wait 3 years?
Nah, because what other nigga you seen wait 3 years and do that shit?
I mean, but T.O. been a different
3 years in this T.O.
T.O. definitely been that type of nigga though. Like, because I mean, it ain't like he just started like complaining about it this year being the third year. Like, he was damn near. He was complaining about it.
The fact he went on the third ballot is an issue in itself.
But I mean, but that's like, and don't get me wrong, like, yeah, if you want to say that, that's fine. I agree with that. But I don't think he would have been nearly as heated if Randy had to wait 3 years. If, mind you, Chris Carter waited until what, his 5th year?
But T.O.
I mean, but it's a difference. That's what I was about to say. It's a difference when you feel like you're better than like everybody that you name enough.
But you think he's better than Randy Moss?
Randy Moss was more talented,
but he thinks he's better than Randy Moss.
And I mean, it's like I think, like you said, I think Randy Moss is definitely more talented, but you can't tell T.O. that he's not better than Randy Moss.
Oh, I think I can tell T.O. he better. I think I can tell T.O. Randy Moss.
I mean, but you can't convince him that you're telling the truth.
Like you can tell him anything.
like there's nothing you can put in front of T.O. for him to say, all right, you might be right.
Hey, and that's fine, but it don't change the fact. I think like I get what he's trying to do. I just think, I don't know. I just don't. I wouldn't have done it if I was him.
I don't know, man. Who two of the cockiest wide receivers ever, and they like best friends?
Randy Moss and T.O.
No,
well, they're not best friends.
Randy Moss and Chad Johnson.
I mean, T.O. and Chad Johnson. The best friends part should have gave it away. Like them two niggas, but I don't know, man. Like I said, for me, it was just one of them things where I'm like, shit. If that nigga wasn't fucking with. If he wasn't fucking with the way they did shit, and I definitely I can understand where other people coming from when they talk about him getting in, and it's not on the hall itself, but more so on the voters, and he shouldn't have took it out on them like that. But it's like, shit, fuck it. If you felt like that was the best decision for you, then nigga, whatever.
No, that's fine. You can do whatever the hell you want. I've just never been to the mindset. It's like, if you need someone else to help you get something, the best thing to say ain't fuck you, nigga, the first time they say no.
I know, but after the second time he said fuck.
He was talking shit from the first time he didn't get in.
Oh no, I can understand him talking shit, but then after the second time, that's when he started really kind of he was with the shits then. So now do y'all think he should have been first ballot?
He definitely should have been first ballot.
No, there's the fact. There's like 4 or 5 wide receivers that should have been. There's some, and it's with that position in particular. Because think about it this way: Brian Urlacher, this was his first year on the ballot, right?
Shout out to Brian Urlacher, man.
Is that I'm not 100% sure, but this was his first year on the ballot, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now, regardless of how you feel about the personalities, 2 of the best linebackers in the 2000s went into the Hall of Fame this weekend, right?
Right.
Yep.
Brian Urlacher is not a better linebacker than T.O. was a better wide receiver on any level. So the fact Brian Urlacher is a first ballot Hall of Fame linebacker, T.O. is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's a whole bunch of problems in that.
Not really.
But
Well, like
but as T.O., you can't argue. You can't argue against another position because
I was about to say, like, not really.
Even then, T.O. to me, Randy Moss got in his first time. Randy Moss is a better receiver.
Randy Moss got in on the first ballot off of the strength of Randy Moss does TV now.
But
and Randy Moss never started
really
doing TV. Randy Moss was an asshole and people hated him.
That's what
Randy Moss
do you
wouldn't
really
have been
think,
first ballot?
do you think just people disliking T.O. as a person has anything to do with him not getting in on his first ballot?
None of this shit is just sports. Like, that's what we know.
Nah. No, I think with that, I would say, now, I think the added comments don't help him, but I think if you could be an asshole and just not say shit, and niggas will put you in the first ballot.
But if you don't say shit, you're not an asshole.
I'm saying you can say shit. You can say shit during your playing career. It's post career. The same way you're gonna say Randy's got in first ballot because he was nice post career. They was both assholes during their career.
But that's the thing. That's T.O.'s problem is this is the football Hall of Fame. This ain't the talking Hall of Fame. It ain't about what I say, and it's about what I did on the field. I feel like that's his whole point.
No, and that's fine, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that part is true, but no, you can't. I'm sorry, no, you can't even use that as an example, because Chris Carter was just as statistically good as T.O. was at the time he retired. He went straight to TV, and that nigga had to wait years.
But Chris Carter is not as great as T.O.
Oh yeah, he was at the time he retired.
At the time he retired, but we got his T.O.'s numbers when Chris Carter was on the ballot. We could see that T.O. was better than Chris Carter at this moment.
No, but that's fine. I'm saying, but you got to take it. You can't say it's history because you got to look Chris Carter 5 years out from when he retired.
Yeah,
Chris Carter 5 years out from when he retired. The only niggas you could have compared numbers with was like Tim Brown and Jerry Rice.
You could look
T.O. 5 years out. Only nigga you compare numbers with is Randy Moss and then Jerry Rice. I'm not saying Chris Carter's better than T.O. I'm saying at the time that they went in is when you got to look at it. And the time when they looked in, they were both top 3 wide receivers. And Chris Carter went straight into TV, and he still had to wait.
But Chris Carter had to wait simply because, as I said, he was not as great as T.O. as at the time of T.O.'s going on the ballot. Chris Carter's numbers were great, yeah, but we got to stop thinking that this shit is just strictly based off of what you do on the field. It's definitely not. It's about won with teams. It's about the biggest, like if you were a great star, that type of shit. And it's like Chris Carter's numbers were great, but I'm sure they put more into that.
No, absolutely. I'm saying this. I'm not talking. I'm only using the numbers to give a comparison. If you straight up talking about personality and these other shits affecting you, and to say that Randy Moss went in because he was a good personality on TV right after he went out of the league, Chris Carter did the same thing, and Chris Carter still had to wait. T.O. sat there, made additional comments post-retirement, and that's why he had to wait. And he didn't have to wait as long as Chris did. And
Chris Carter only had to wait because there was other motherfuckers on the ballot that they felt like, okay, we gotta put these guys in before we put him in, just off the basis of saying like, oh, we don't want to put 2 guys at the same position at the same time. The only reason they did that shit this year is because they knew they couldn't keep T.O. off for 4 years because you face another year of him trashing you.
If Randy Moss,
number
one, they knew for a fact if Randy Moss got in on first ballot and they kept T.O. out again, niggas
was going to be smoke. Like, they know that.
See, though, but that's with that then, because then I don't. Okay, so but if that's your basis, I don't think there's not like a real conversation you can have with it then, because the number one fact is with anything the sports writers do, it's whatever storyline they want to push, and that's the only shit they get to do. It's the same shit with MVP. It's the same shit with any of the awards. Same shit with the Hall of Fame. When them niggas want a storyline, they'll write and they'll vote for that storyline.
But I think the problem go ahead, Joe. My bad.
To me, to be like, okay, well, because then all we're gonna do now is just go back and forth, and it's whatever they wanted at that time. When Chris Carter was there, they were like, oh, well, we gotta let we can't let 2 guys in the same position, or we got all these old guys who need to go in first. And now with T.O., it's It's the way he acts. Oh, there's never been a first. There's only so many first ballot Hall of Fame wide receivers. Like they get to switch the narrative and switch the guidelines however they feel. So to me, like I said, the only reason, like I said, I brought up the Carter comparison is because those are top 3 wide receivers at the time of retirement who went straight into TV. But as far as the Hall of Fame is considered as a whole, that shit's all whack. Because it's just whatever, like I said, it's whatever storyline the sports writers want to push. The only one they consistent in, and I don't even necessarily agree that baseball consistent as hell because them niggas don't want nobody in. Baseball do their best. You could be the greatest ever, and they still be like, nah, nigga, wait. Baseball don't give a fuck. Baseball's never at 100%. Like, that shit is still wild. Like, Mike Trout's definitely going to get like a 99.8% when he go into the Hall of Fame, and I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck didn't vote him. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck was the one nigga that didn't vote Ken Griffey.
Some old white man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck was like, nah, he ain't really there yet?
Some old white man.
like who the fuck didn't put in fucking Nolan Ryan? Like, nigga had 99.3 or some shit. Like, but baseball, I'll at least give them credit. Baseball's strict as fuck, and they stay strict as fuck. They don't generally
just because you consistently like a dickhead don't make that shit right.
No, that's a fact. But I can at least say they're consistent. And that's all I'm saying. Whereas the NBA and the NFL Hall of Fame, nigga, they give you different parameters no matter what the fuck you like. The
NBA Hall of Fame is definitely consistent in who they letting in. They're letting in people that had good careers. Like, they letting you know.
The NBA?
Yeah, like the NBA is not. The NBA Hall of Fame to me is the best Hall of Fame because they're not penalizing motherfuckers for other shit other than like your play. Like Allen Iverson was wow, but they knew that Allen Iverson was a cultural figure. He got in and he had the numbers. They knew Yao's time was short, but Yao was a cultural figure. They let Yao in the Hall of Fame. So it's like the NBA Hall of Fame isn't this.
So what's Chris Bosh reason when he going in 2 years?
He was a champion. He was a champion on one of the best teams of an era.
So when's Kendrick Perkins going in?
Okay, niggas. Next subject.
Mind you, he went
Robert
from being on the team to a bodyguard.
when Robert Horry going in?
All right, what's the next subject, yo?
No, I'm saying though, like there's so many inconsistencies and all that shit. Like it just, there's not like I said, and I'm not even saying baseball is right. I'm just saying baseball is just, you're right. They are consistent dickhead. But at least like if you know you don't fuck with a nigga, like y'all can at least consistently agree. Like the NFL and NBA Hall of Fame is like 50 and Floyd. Like them niggas inconsistent as fuck. It's whether they like you on that day or not.
That's definitely not the case. That shit is so much different. 50 and Floyd shit is like wow.
I'm just saying, like, there is not a, because then otherwise, like I said, because then you really can't argue a fact of just saying when someone had a great career, they put up the numbers, like, because then a nigga like World B. Free should be in the Hall of Fame.
Stop saying that, because if you look at World B. Free numbers, it's not the same. Like World B. Free had like 2-3 good solid seasons of like putting up numbers. His career,
he's top 25 all time in scoring.
Okay, bro, let's look this up. If you're right, you're right. But even still, it's like the numbers aren't that great over a long stretch of time.
What? How you mean?
So you tell?
How you gonna be top?
Let's look this up, bro.
25 all time, and someone saying it's not great.
Let's look this up, yo. Because you know you the king of the hot takes.
Not even.
World B. Free is definitely not top 25 in scoring.
Where's his scoring rank?
He ain't top 25.
What's his scoring rank?
The scoring rankings as it stands is Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe, Michael Jordan, Wilt, Dirk, LeBron, Shaq, Moses Malone, Elvin Hayes, Hakeem, Oscar Robertson, Neek, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce, Havlicek, Kevin Garnett, Alex English, Melo, Reggie Miller at 20, Jerry West at 21, Vince Carter 22, Patrick Ewing 23, Ray Allen 24, and Allen Iverson 25. Where's this list?
That nigga ain't even top 30, is he? Because Clyde Drexler is number 30, ain't he? I mean, I ain't really know. I'm like, I definitely wouldn't have like known World Be Free to be top 25 off the top of my head. Number one.
World Be Free ain't top 50. You could just Wikipedia that shit. Shout out to Jerry West, the 11th best white NBA player ever. It's wild how we got into a World Be Free hole. Only on this podcast.
What the fuck?
Antoine Jameson got more career points than World Be Free.
So what percentile would a player have to fall under to be top? I mean, to be into the NBA Hall of Fame, in y'all opinion?
As far as like points,
Yeah, as far as points.
I would say at least 17,000. If we just going off scoring, because then it's like if you under 17,000, but you got a nice impact on the game, I will put you in the Hall of Fame because basketball is such a global sport.
I'm just saying, Roby Free got over 17,000.
Nigga, what number is he?
Where is? I'm looking at this shit. Hold up.
I'm trying to find him still.
World Be Free got a career 17,955 points.
What number is he on the list? Oh, I see him. 71. I found him.
He was in Cleveland rotting away for a long time.
This nigga said he was riding away.
Oh, shit. Shout out to Cleveland and all y'all, what all y'all did.
But he's 58 all time in points per game.
All right, so we got a new Cleaver here. World Be Free Hive.
He definitely out here putting it all on the line. World Be Free.
This nigga standing for World Be Free. Shout out to you, bro.
And I'm just saying, if D-Wade play another year, D-Wade gonna drop. You think so? Let me ask you this then. Do you think Kyrie's gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
As it stands now, yeah. Like looking at the trajectory, yeah. I think Kyrie's going to the Hall. There's a lot of niggas right now I feel like it's going in the Hall of Fame. But it's like the way the game is played is like padding the numbers so crazy that it's like the numbers wise is no argument really. And it really is just gonna come down to like accomplishments and what you do.
No, so this I guess is like a big right. We're gonna do this to a side. We're gonna turn this to another conversation because this is my biggest issue with the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame, one of the biggest inconsistencies in my opinion, is when they say greatest of an era. Well, they'll call him like the greatest of an era, right? They'll be like, yo, he was like the best player in the 70s, or he was the best player in the 80s, or he was one of the best players, right?
Right.
So if that's the case, you can't call these niggas just because they dropping 20 now in a 3-heavy league the greatest of their era. Just because they're putting up numbers that are, a lot of these guys are going to pass what guys did in the 80s and 90s. That's like, you going to put Andy Dalton in the Hall of Fame in the NFL? Because he definitely will have more 4,000-yard seasons than a lot of niggas already in the Hall of Fame.
But then that's a conversation of numbers. Like, that's just one part of it. It's like, okay, Andy Dalton has never won a playoff game. And then it's like Andy Dalton, his teams are not great. Andy Dalton's what, in his 6th, 7th year in the league? He's made the playoffs 4 or 5 years. So it's like, you making the playoffs does make you you can say you have a good career, especially if we talk about the NFL Hall of Fame. But it's like, this guy's never won a playoff game. This guy may have the numbers, but that's cool. Like, we have watched enough sports and enough football to recognize the criteria of these shits. So it's like, this guy has 10 4,000-yard seasons. Great. He played 12 years in the league. That's great. He's never won a playoff game. He's not going to the Hall of Fame.
Okay, so then can you say, let's say, and this is a hypothetical, if Kyrie never wins another playoff series, but he keeps his 21 point per game average and right under 6 assists, is he in the Hall of Fame?
He is
I mean,
in the
he
Hall of
got
Fame because he has a ring.
He got a ring, yeah.
He has a ring. He's been to multiple finals, and he's the reason a team won a championship.
So I'm saying that you'd be okay with him being in the Hall of Fame even if he never won a single series outside of LeBron.
Yeah, because you just can't take away those achievements just because of a situation. Like, okay, he played with LeBron. It happened.
I mean, it's one of them things that's like at some point you can't blame a nigga for who their teammates are. Like Kyrie ain't call LeBron and say, "Can you please come back to Cleveland?" It's like you can't hold that against him. That's like when people try to hold Shaq against Kobe.
Like always,
but I'm saying
in
though,
15, 20 years, your ring is your ring.
No,
but it's like if he keeps stuff in the stat sheets,
determine how great a player is, and you've only got quote unquote a 2 year. If you play, let's say he plays 14 years, right? Like I don't think that's impossible. I'm not gonna say 100%. Damn, you definitely just tackled that nigga. If you play 13, if he played 13, 14 years, right? So that's 6-7 more years. That's feasible. And he's only got a 2-year window or a 3-year window where he was winning playoff games. You're not gonna hold that against him?
You can't hold that against him because it happened. Like, you can say that it was this window of time where he only won playoff games. It was a 3-4 year span where he went to the finals every season. It was a 3-4 year span where he won a championship. He was in contention for a championship. He was an integral part of a championship team, and we can assume he'll be an integral part to this Celtics team. And you can't say, oh, they didn't win because he can't control himself being hurt. And it's like if someone wants to make an argument of, oh, he only won 3 or 4 years, that's stupid because you're saying he went to the finals 4 years straight. He won a ring. He was in a Game 7. He hit one of the biggest shots in finals history.
See, I'm thinking so, and the way I view it is, to me, the Hall of Fame should be the top 1%, personally speaking.
That's not how it should be. Like, I disagree with that statement. I'm not going to say it shouldn't be like that.
Like, because otherwise then it's like,
it's a Hall of Fame, though. It's not a Hall of top 10 greatest players. Like, it's a Hall. A Hall is big as shit. It's like it's a Hall of Fame. It's a Hall of achievements. A Hall of famous motherfuckers. It's not a Hall of the 10 best guys that ever did something.
I see, and that's what they did.
Those are two different things. If we having a conversation,
yeah, you want me to read the definition of Hall of Fame?
Go ahead, Brody.
A room, building, etc., set aside to honor outstanding individuals in any profession.
And you know you love your online definitions. We gotta go back to the classic album episode.
But I'm saying though, the way that, see, I have an issue because to me, niggas like Chris Bosh, Kevin Love.
I feel like this is a personal thing.
See, but what is what is the in your opinion, what is the criteria like to get into the Hall of Fame?
You should be one of the. Now, I don't think stats have to play a part in it, but it should be air regulated as far as like the way you determine like these niggas all throwing for 4,000 yards now compared to like there's a big difference when Dan Marino was throwing 4,000 in the 80s compared to what niggas do now. That's fair to say, right?
I mean, yeah, but then it's like Dan Marino playing a time where like he could die and they would be like he's fine.
But like you can't hold that. But wait, no, so you gonna hold that against him?
I'm not holding that against him. I'm saying that's more to his credit than anything else.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like to me, the Hall of Fame it's not. You should have to be one of the most significant players of your generation.
So do you change the criteria as the games change?
Yes,
or
absolutely.
But then I mean that's the part about consistency. So it's like
no, but I'm saying
to stay consistent or not.
No, but you consistently change and adjust to the era. Like I said, the dude, how many dudes? Like if you had to put a guess on it, right? Where's Ray Allen ranked right now in all time? Or Reggie ranks third right now, all time in threes, or is she fourth now?
No, it should be
He's second.
Yeah, it's Ray and Reggie.
For now.
Steph is
Okay, I
coming,
already
but it's
put
Ray
Steph.
and Reggie.
Give it 8 months.
Steph is definitely coming, but right now it's still Ray and Reggie, and then fucking who? Either Jason Kidd or Jason Terry or Vince Carter or some wild shit.
Okay, so I already in my head I already had Steph for one, but
Definitely.
but it's like okay, so
It's fucked up because the day he do become one, we're gonna be like, he wasn't already.
No, it's fucked up because I feel like when Steph starts to decline, he's gonna be the best spot up shooter of all time, and he go play with like some young boys that's just gonna give him 3 in the corner.
When Steph ain't gotta like dribble no more, and he can play when he can play Clay, it's gonna be terrible, bro.
It's only gonna be fucked up because by that time he'll already be number 1 on the list.
That nigga gonna play till he like 41, and he only gonna retire because he don't want to play no more. It's not gonna be like he can't do it.
That's a fact. But so let's go like how many threes does he need to pass Reggie? Because he can definitely do it in like 2 years.
He can pass Reggie. He can pass Reggie this season. I
In
think
reality,
He can pass Ray.
he's
can't
at
pass- I think
20.
about-
He at 21, 29 right now behind Paul Pierce, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver,
He passing
JT,
all them niggas.
Miller, and Ray Allen. Yeah, he gonna be top. He could be number 2 by the end of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Like it'll take him probably another season, maybe a season and a half to pass Ray, right? Because Ray is like a decent ways above Reggie, ain't he?
Ray he had 2,973.
And
So
what's
it takes
Reggie at?
Reggie's at 2,560, and we assuming
And
Steph's
what's
gonna
Steph
make
at?
about 400 threes this year. Steph's at
What is
21,
Steph at?
29.
Oh shit, Steph can get him this year.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
no, it's
Steph
only
Curry
wild
is 7 all
because
time in 625 games.
That's the wild shit because it's like he's gonna pass Ray Allen while he's still in his prime. So he gonna stretch that record and then be a spot up shooter for about 3-4 years after.
Steph is definitely like he's definitely gonna have something to say about that GOAT shit. Like I'm not even gonna like.
I've been saying Steph going up is he's gonna make niggas have to reconsider who the greatest point of all time is.
No.
But anyway,
No, I mean player. I'm talking about like greatest ever.
I mean, it's one of the things where like, we ain't gonna have that conversation, but it's one of the things where if you start thinking about the criteria and transcending the game and basically
he'll
the
cover
evolution of
every
the game,
basis.
yes,
He'll
championships, MVPs.
impact.
no, he's definitely Steph Curry. If he broke his ankle permanently tomorrow, is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, definitely.
Like there's no debating that.
And
Why you always go to the extreme, though?
and being responsible for LeBron not having how many rings they've played in the last
5 or 6.
Yeah,
LeBron would have like 5 or 6 titles right now
because he lost 3. He lost 3 to them. So,
Yeah.
So I mean, he's the reason LeBron. He's the reason that there's still a Jordan and LeBron debate. Because had LeBron won 3 rings, it ain't really a debate.
No,
that's fact.
definitely not.
And mind you, not only is Steph gonna be in that conversation, KD fuck around gonna be in that conversation when it's over. Because KD's definitely because if KD gets 5 or 6 rings and only has the 1 loss on his record, niggas can't really tell me there's a lot of shit Mike did better than KD.
Mind you, if
That's
Steph and
basketball
KD,
wise, but Durant ain't got the bigger impact on basketball than Steph Curry, though.
he definitely don't.
No, absolutely. But I'm just talking about like if you're talking about KD's gonna get himself in that GOAT conversation.
No, he'll
But
get
that's-
himself in the best player conversation. I wouldn't say the GOAT conversation.
I think one of the
where you go
hardest
next.
things. I don't even think it depends. I think the thing with KD is because I don't feel like KD really changed the game at all. Like when you
And it's like
talking
KD
about,
never led a team.
I think when you're talking about like the GOAT, I think the numbers definitely is one thing, but then I think it's a lot about the way that you change the game.
It's like KD's never been the leader of a team.
Because I mean, KD gonna go down probably as the best scorer of all time.
9 times out of 10. 9.5 times out
Well,
of 10.
would you say that then? So if you're looking at it, I think we look at KD as like never led a team, and I'm still trying to get back to my original point, but this I have to throw out there. You say KD's never led a team, but if you looking back on it, niggas just kind of forget when they want to just full blown talk Mike. Like Steve Kerr didn't play. Like as far as they concerned, niggas never hit shots besides Mike.
I ain't one of these niggas out here trying to talk Mike. But go ahead, bro.
But just for context, right? Like, you know how that be part of the conversation?
Yeah, but we know
When-
Mike was the leader of those teams, though.
We do, but who's going to in 20 years if, say, Golden State runs this bitch back 4 or 5 times, and KD got all those final MVPs?
But it's different though because like we can like YouTube this shit and Google this. It's a different
Mind you,
time,
nigga, you can
though.
YouTube and Google Mike.
But you can't. But we see
Can
it. Though.
YouTube
like,
and Google Will?
We
That's how it would be
100 points.
sometimes.
Never lost.
Never lost.
And let me
Nigga
say
said
this:
he-
I'm not even disagreeing with you. I think if you are a rap, look, you can go and find context. But a lot of times you get into like the GOAT conversation, niggas don't niggas forget a lot of shit about you once you retire if you that great.
Oh yeah,
Mind you,
but that's
Larry
why
Bird-
we always say like about by the time KD retired, niggas ain't gonna be talking about he joined the 73 win team.
Absolutely. And that to my point goes to him even more. And if you got all those final MVPs, ain't niggas don't gonna care that you went to.
But I don't know, bro. Like Twitter's a bitch.
Nigga,
it's
mind
like,
you,
but like this is it's a different time though. Like, and that shit is only going to get worse and worse as like time goes by. I'm talking about social
especially
media-wise.
because it's like niggas.
And it's like that's not gonna go nowhere. And the same niggas right now that's like 17 and 18 calling Kevin Durant like a snake and a bitch is gonna be the same niggas 30, 40 years still saying the same thing.
I don't think so because
Oh no, they definitely will. Because
Mind you-
niggas that hated Mike back then still hate Mike today.
If you hated Mike in 92, you still hate Michael Jordan.
I,
It's just you didn't have Twitter to express your emotions.
And
That's
you
fine.
too old to really be learning how to use Twitter today.
that's fine. But here, so let me.
It's like we really underestimate social media in this aspect because it's so big.
No, I'm not even saying. No, I'm not underestimating. I'm asking you a question. What do you think is LeBron's worst moment?
The 2011 finals.
All right. Most niggas when they Oh, there you go. Sorry, got a text. So is overlapped by the decision, correct? Like it beats out the decision in terms of how people view it, right?
I mean, that was the 2011. I mean, that was 2011 too. So,
But I mean,
No, but
even
that-
that still is like, even if you look back on the decision now, it's really like, okay, he had a 30-minute show.
that's why I
That-
think if anything, the biggest like the decision to leave wasn't the issue. The decision to have a show was the problem.
No, I'm saying like niggas ain't bringing that up still. And even the niggas that bring
Because
up
the
the
things
2011
he's done has
finals,
been so much greater, though.
no, but I'm saying though, but even the dudes who bring up the 2011 finals, they even really don't anymore because now all they've done is moved on to, oh, you couldn't beat Golden State.
But
Like,
yeah.
the idea that KD is gonna have this tag of never let a team or he was a snake, that's not gonna be a part of his legacy in 20 years.
But I'm
Oh
saying,
no, I can agree with you there because it's like you said, niggas ain't gonna bring it up. But my thing is just like I said, I don't feel like KD.
but even in that
didn't
aspect,
tag
we
the game to
putting
me.
even in that aspect, we comparing LeBron to Durant, and it's not the same because what LeBron's done since the 2011 Finals has been greater than what Durant's done since what we'll say since what was Durant's
so
first
then-
moment.
Well, if we're gonna call him being a snake as like that moment, quote unquote, this is what I'm saying. If
Well, LeBron's
Golden
hold
State
up, bro.
runs it back 2 more times, and if what's a greater achievement, 7 straight Finals appearances or 4 straight rings and MVPs?
No, his achievements will be his achievements. I'm not saying he won't go down as a great player. I'm not saying he won't have the achievements. I'm saying for him to be considered the greatest player of all time, or at least be in that conversation, he won't overcome what he's done in the public eye to be in the GOAT conversation. To me. And then it's like if you take LeBron's worst moment, which is 2011 Finals, compared to his greatest, which is 2016 Finals, he's done more since his worst moment to, I don't want to say erase it, but have it overlooked. Durant hasn't done more since the 3-1 loss in the Western Conference Finals to Golden State than leaving that summer to Golden State to overcome in the public eye his worst moment.
And you don't think that's what I'm saying, but you don't think 4 straight rings and 4 straight MVPs would do it?
No, that's not going to change. Like Durant's entering that space of if they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. But he's not.
Everybody's in that space when you're that great.
But he's not great. Not really. He's not great enough. I'm not gonna say he's not great enough, but he's not greater than LeBron for them to forget his fucked up moments. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
See, and now I would. So my disagreement there, and now the one thing I'll give you, and I'm probably on the outside of this, is, and I think Kobe's top 3 all time. If you want to put impact, skill, basketball, everything put together, and Kobe still does live with the got carried by Shaq title, right? Like that, niggas bring that up now.
Even if it ain't true.
No, that's definitely, like, the nigga was definitely averaging 29 in, like, the second those 3 finals. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'll give you that. That particular the particular
criticism.
Criticism of you got carried or you weren't the best player, it does have a different ring. This is why Scottie Pippen has, like, the funniest compliment, like a backhanded compliment. Niggas love calling Scottie a top 50 all-time player. And then definitely, you know, carried by me. I don't know. It's different though, even too, because I think there's even going to be a wave, and I think it's even going to start happening this year. If Durant gets a third one, right? So I'm projecting Golden State wins. Durant averages 30 again and is the MVP, right? And like I said, I think it's already happening. The dudes who are like, well, Steph beat LeBron once, lost, had to get this guy, and now this guy's won the last 3. And definitively, most people would tell you they needed him to. Last year, you could say, all right, Golden State was going to run their ass over regardless. The year before, KD was absolutely necessary. So I think that narrative is going to start changing, that it's not going to be as great as Steph is and as great as we all think Steph will end up ranking. There's going to be a lot of niggas in that KD camp.
It's going to be a lot of niggas in that KD camp, but then it's still like, okay, his numbers are fine and his impact on that series is fine, but has he impacted the game more than Steph Curry? Has he empowered?
Well, that's what. So what's the criteria? Like, I mean, what's the, if we talking about like a player being the GOAT, what's the criteria for the GOAT?
For me, it's the numbers, it's the achievements, and it's the impact on basketball.
So then, if I ask that, and this is an honest question, I'm not asking the question to already got an answer in mind. What has Durant technically done different besides, you could say, the franchise he got drafted to and the franchise he played with? I could make a case Kobe didn't do a lot off the court to solidify his impact. And I can make a case Durant compared to Kobe. If Kobe didn't play for the Lakers, Durant is just as good as Kobe from just a basketball player perspective.
But Kobe's
played for the Thunder and he's played for the Warriors, which we all know is different than playing for the Lakers and Celtics, no matter what their record is.
I disagree with that because Kobe could have played for anybody. He would have still been looked at the way he was based off of the way Kobe played basketball. Kobe didn't want to be friends with anybody. Kobe didn't care who his teammates were. Kobe
and
didn't
that's
care
impact.
Who he played against.
I think that's the impact of like Kobe. Like, I mean, how often did people talk about killer instinct, Mamba mentality?
And Kobe had,
but impact is just like, even when you think about like phrases that we use like on an everyday basis, like referring to basketball. Impact is when a nigga shoot something in the trash can and say Kobe.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying though, like Kobe's impact,
and Kobe's impact off the court was great as well. Like Kobe did a lot early on in his career as far as commercials, videos, that type of stuff. Like Kobe did a lot off the court. It's just later on as he got older, after the situation in Colorado, Kobe was so locked into basketball that you kind of forget about like his earlier like mainstream things that Kobe had a rap video. Like Kobe did a lot. Kobe did a lot off the court to be recognized.
And the conversation is different if he don't give Ray Allen that role.
if Kobe was in He Got Game, like we're having a different celebrity conversation in itself. But it's like
Kobe was just
like,
so focused on ball, just ball.
yeah, like number 12. Like when he switched to 24, is like that was real. Like he was so locked into basketball.
No, and that's fine. But that's what I'm saying. The majority of and a lot of niggas nowadays when they look at Kobe, which is crazy, a lot of niggas don't even like they don't think of number 8. Like number 8 might be like the most forgotten player ever. Because definitely I think niggas think of 24 and associate 24 with Kobe far more than they do 8. I'm not even like I think I even associate number 24 more than I associate number 8.
Well, it's all about the last thing you done seen, really. That's just like human nature.
Well, because what year did Kobe? What year did Kobe officially?
It was
24?
It was half and half, wasn't it? And then he do 10 years, and I think he did 10 in each, or either 10 in each or 12.
Yeah, I was about to say it might have been like 06, 07, something like that. He
Yeah.
did 8 in number 8, I think.
That's what I was
And
gonna
then
say.
he
I think it was
did
12
10
and 8.
Yeah,
So 06? Wait, right?
maybe 06, maybe 06.
I want to say that feels right because I feel like it was. I want to say it was like high school. No, not fucking high school. Fucking middle school.
It was 06, 07 season. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But even with that, it's like as recognizable.
Number
as
8
like,
was bad he was a bad motherfucker, boy.
Nah, he was. But I'm saying that like niggas don't, and as memorable even as a nigga, like the nigga's fro was like, excuse me.
Kobe definitely
Like,
had niggas growing mini fros.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's still not. I don't know. To me, there's a difference in the way like LeBron's impact, Mike's impact, AI's impact. There's a lot more off the court that goes into that, far more than what a nigga like Kobe did. So to me, I don't think it's.
But I don't think LeBron's got a bigger impact than Kobe though.
I don't think so either. But I think Kobe's impact was derived.
I think LeBron will. But now, right, like at this moment, I think LeBron will end up having a bigger impact than Kobe just because he's doing so much now.
See, but like I think a lot of LeBron's impact is like just off LeBron being like a good person. It ain't even so much. A lot of his shit ain't.
Yeah,
if
we talking about basketball impact, then I don't think
that's what I'm saying because that's the conversation I'm having. Like,
yeah,
LeBron's impact is definitely different because LeBron is doing shit for like the community for real. Like, you know,
he really
it ain't even basketball related, and that's why like. It's like with everything LeBron doing, it's like niggas is getting confused. They so caught up in what he's doing off the court, they starting to call him the GOAT. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
And LeBron is, mind you, in the conversation between a person, LeBron's got Mike and Kobe beat hands.
Mind you, LeBron might be the best person ever to be in the league.
No, that's a fact.
Hockey.
That's a fact. No, like for everything like that he grew up with, the way he turned out, like the nigga that has no problems, like. He is
no type of scandals in the league. Like my man married his high school sweetheart. He ain't getting a white girl. You don't hear about nothing. You don't hear about no cheating. None of that. He chilling. Shout out to that man.
Yeah, no, and that's entirely different. That conversation.
Shout out to Savannah.
POP, hold it down.
But like, I don't know. To me, like I said, I just don't think. There is, I don't know. I think there's a chance, and I could be wrong. You know, who the fuck knows? We'll see what happens in 2-3 years. But I think there's like a dead ass chance that this Golden State team might have 2 of the top 5 players ever.
If they win a couple more rings and stay together, definitely.
Like if we talk
even if it was just them 2 staying together. My bad, y'all.
No, you good. But like I said, even if we, as far as.
If you like real quick, just off the top of your head, who's your top 5 right now?
Mike, LeBron, Kobe.
In your top 5.
Yeah, Mike, LeBron, Kobe, Magic, and Bird.
Yeah, Magic and Bird gone.
That's what I'm. No, but that's my thing. I'm like, I think.
And I mean, even if you think about it, they're gonna be if we talking about Steph arguably being the best point guard of all time. I mean, the consensus number 1 is Magic, and then it's like, all right, if you feel like KD ranks higher than Larry Bird, then it's easy.
Now, the only one I would have an argument with that, and it's always the nigga I struggle putting in the top 5. Like, I think he should be in the top 5, but Like, because where you think Steph and KD can pass Duncan?
Yeah. As great as Tim Duncan, I would probably say I would probably put Tim Duncan as like number 6 because I think Tim Duncan is that great and like he's very I don't want to say underrated, but Tim Duncan was just not a
No, he's
big
definitely
media
underrated.
person. So it's
He
like,
is-
but I think that they could pass him as far as like career, like I think they could pass him as far as numbers go. Yeah.
And if KD and Steph stay together, they'll be the reason Steve Kerr is a Hall of Fame coach.
No, that's a fact. I mean, I think Steve Kerr's probably it's the basketball Hall of Fame, but he definitely already going there.
Steve Kerr's already a Hall of Fame coach.
Well, I mean, they won
Eric
73 and
Spoelstra
9, and he got 3 rings already.
What is it? So to me, and this is like one of the weird arguments. Like the reason I think Duncan is actually and should probably be in the top 5, even though I don't have him in my personal top 5. It's weird though. 'Cause I think he should be, but I just don't put him in mine. You can't name a lot of guys who were actually great for 17 years. Like that's, and you could argue, you can make a case he was great for 18. Like it is such a rare, like you can't even say Mike was great for 18 years. Mike didn't play 18 years.
Hell yeah.
You can't say Magic was great for 18 years. You can't say Bird was great for 18 years. Duncan is one of like 3 or 4 guys who have, and I'll even go 17. Well, even I think you can make a case that his last 2 great years, even though his stats weren't there, like if you were watching the game, like you still saw Duncan's impact. There's not a lot of niggas who was great for 17 years, which is why like Tim Duncan being in the top 5, I think he should be. I just don't put him in there. Like that's me personally. I don't know if y'all.
Okay, so where we at with this conversation? Because we did jump a lot of different places.
We're still discussing legacy.
Okay,
it's a legacy and a Hall of Fame conversation.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, because to me, I'd make a case, and the way I break it down is really weird. I think. The one thing I'll give LeBron, and it's most likely going to happen, but as big as like a Kobe fan as I am, if LeBron plays great again this year, I don't think I can no longer put Kobe above him in any category. And that's only because I've always defended Kobe had the best 15 years of anyone to ever play the sport. If you go from year 3 to year 17, nobody's fucking with him. His first 2 years,
that's 14.
Right. You said what?
That's 14.
Nigga, year 3?
17 minus 3 is 14.
I know, but you got to count the year itself.
But we count in 03, 04 or like 02, 03?
I'm counting his 3rd year in the league.
Okay, so we count in year 2000?
Yes.
2 year 15?
Yes. 17. Whatever year he broke.
So 17 years?
Year he tore his shit.
Okay, bro.
No, I'm saying I'm taking you take out the last 3 years of Kobe and the first 2 years of Kobe. So give me out of the nigga played 20 years. So give me those middle 15. Not really a middle, but you know what I'm talking about. So
from 2000, when my son he put up, that was a lockout year. Yeah, that was a lockout year. 99, 2000. Are we doing 2001 or 99, 2000? Because I'm just saying, it's not like the season starts. It's just one calendar year. It's like,
I mean,
I get that.
This topic don't even need to turn into a debate because I think we could all agree on that. Like, I mean, if LeBron have another good season, which it ain't a knock on Kobe.
No, it's like, no, I'm saying LeBron will have passed how many years? He will have had more great years than Kobe. And that's all I'm saying.
I mean, but that's what I said. I mean, you know, it's just, that's one of them things where like, shit.
No, it's not even a debate thing. I'm just trying to figure out like what year are we starting that. I just want to be specific with the years.
Because Kobe, the way it breaks down, because if you take away those first,
so you going from the first year he won the championship, basically, which is 2000. Okay.
Yes. To year 17 when he tore his shit.
That was the 2012-13 season. Okay.
Because if you take out those years, Kobe's averages is closer to like the 27 a game and the 6-6. Right now, Kobe I think finished at like 25, 5-5. But we all know Kobe was some hot ass his last couple years and didn't do great. Oh my gosh, this was a crazy ass game. I got the NBA throwback games on. This was the Celtics Bulls series from like 20. What year was this?
Oh, no.
Whatever year Ben Gordon was spazzing the fuck out.
Yeah, I ain't getting no sleep that year.
Ben Gordon
Shout out to
definitely
BG, man.
Because all
Hey,
the fucking games went to like 6 overtimes.
Hey, Ben Gordon definitely made like $40 million off of like 4 games.
Ben Gordon definitely ran off on the pack in that series.
Man, hey, and this was him and D Rose. Yo.
Hey, no, that's 2009 is like one of that year still pissed me off.
Like, yo, that shit is crazy. This is shout out to Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon should be in the Hall of Fame.
Shout out to John Salmons.
John Salmons.
Damn.
No, don't start. I don't even want to talk about John Salmons.
Nigga said I got smoked with John Salmons.
Hey yo.
No.
Who was on the Bulls bench that year? Shout out Brad Miller.
Nigga, what year we talking about?
Oh, nah.
Kirk Heinrich, fuck yeah. Brad Miller was definitely on the bench.
Hey, Brad Miller had a nice little series too.
Luau Dang was still there. Luau Dang
Luau Deng was definitely there, a.k.a. Melo's fucking
Man,
abuse
Melo.
victim.
Hey, everybody was always right, and I fuck with the Bulls, but everybody know Melo was my man. And he was gaming Luau Dang every time they played.
Every time.
I remember the one game they played, they went into like double overtime or some shit. I think they
Or
went
the
into
ABC
overtime.
game.
Yeah, he gamed him. Then he gamed him twice. He
gave
took
him
it to overtime, and then he won
it. Hey, no, whenever I used to see the Bulls play the Knicks or like the Bulls play Denver, I always knew like Luau Deng get fucked up, bro. There ain't really nothing he could do about it either.
Nothing.
It's like that shit was not on him. That's when Melo was at his like peak of like I'm gonna shoot this 15 to 18 and you really can't do nothing about it.
Nothing at all.
What is it? Y'all old enough to know this. What was a better ABC game? Melo versus LeBron or Kobe versus LeBron?
Easily Melo versus LeBron. If you wanted to see two niggas that was friends like drop 50 on each other, it was definitely Melo versus LeBron. Because in reality, Lakers versus Cavaliers wasn't never really good games. They just had like stars in them.
No, that's
it's like my thing is that the Kobe versus LeBron rivalry wasn't even a real thing though. Like that's the thing.
No, that's what I'm
feel
saying.
like it was a real rivalry.
I'm just talking about the games because and I was thinking about it. The only Kobe LeBron moment that sticks in my head is the ABC game where Kobe hit the fadeaway jumper on him to win the game. That's like the only one that is a moment, I guess, if you want to say, in their rivalry. Otherwise, yeah, their shit is entirely fan made. Niggas just
it's like
niggas just didn't want to fuck with. Like, if you fucked with LeBron, like you just wasn't allowed to fuck with Kobe, or if you fucked with Kobe, you wasn't allowed to fuck with LeBron.
But it's like to me, like a rivalry got to be like niggas that's in each other's way. They were never in each other's way to get anywhere.
The only Cavs Lakers game I remember is the one they had on Christmas when like Cavs was fucking them up and niggas started throwing stuff on the court and like Jamario Moon was catching alley oops and shit.
Nigga Jamario Moon.
You name it niggas I definitely forgot about.
Damn.
Jamario Moon was definitely jumping out the gym.
Definitely jumping out the gym.
Hey, Kendrick Perkins played 48 minutes and no fouls in the playoff game before.
Wow. Hey, shout out to Perk, man. We win Game 7 if you ain't hurt, bro. Shout out to you, yo.
Hey, no, it was wild. Did you know who the only other nigga on that list was?
I feel like it's Ben Wallace.
Skeebert.
Fuck out. Yeah. What didn't Wilt do? Wilt scored 100 in the game. He fucked 10,000 women, a whole bunch of... Like, come on, bro.
That's how you know niggas, like, Wilt is the definition of being able to tell niggas anything and they believe you.
Wilt definitely, yeah, niggas was shooting, and I only had one bullet. It was three niggas. I shot all of them at the same time.
Right, went through him, and him.
Like niggas was, oh my
Who
god.
started these Wilt rumors? That's what I really want to know. Like,
Well, when we asked Skiba for proof, he said it's a radio. He was like you could YouTube the radio or whatever.
talking about some of this footage of this, you could YouTube the radio, the game and shit. I'm like, my nigga, okay, all right.
Like that ain't footage. That's just audio. We could definitely turn this anchor shit on and redo the whole audio
That's a fact.
and just say Will went 0 for 100 from the field.
That's definitely not a fact. I'm not wasting that much time on Will Chamberlain. He was like, that's a fact. No, fuck, it ain't a fact. I ain't talking about that nigga that long.
The 2009, 2010 Cavs team is wild. It's like that team had Boobie Gibson, who quit basketball to be a rapper.
How did that work
Danny
out for him?
Green. They had Danny Green. They had J.J. Hickson, Big Z,
J.J. Hickson.
Cedric Jackson, Darnell Jackson, no relation, LeBron James, Antoine James. They had Kobe Carl, a.k.a. Lil Snake, a.k.a. Lil Slither.
They was wild on forgetting that nigga.
They had Jamario Moan and Shaq. You know what that means.
Oh,
I don't either.
no.
They had Anthony Parker. Shout out to Candace. They had Leon Poe, Sebastian Telfair, a.k.a. Young Blicky. They had Anderson Varejao, Delonte West, a.k.a. Pops.
Dog, how many niggas they have on their roster?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I swear you just named 25 niggas. Like, and you still had a few names to go. Like, fuck.
Jawad Williams
That's
and
what-
Mo Williams.
This is why niggas pose the question how much help LeBron need. Like, how he got a roster full of 25 niggas.
I mean, to be
was
fair,
LeBron.
like,
Man,
nigga,
this
if
was
you got
LeBron's sixth
Shaq,
year, bro.
Hey, we all could have made that team low key.
the fact he had Shaq and Big Z, nigga, you needed the backup center, because Shaq was definitely giving you like 10, 15 minutes, and Big Z was only giving you like another 10, 15.
Hey, man, Shaq was only good for cherry picking.
Nigga said Shaq was 325 this season.
Shit.
So you know that man, he was at least like 340.
I was about to say Shaq was definitely 350 that year.
you know he was. You gotta pack the pounds on.
Shaq was, mind you, nigga, it was a miracle Shaq came back to basketball.
Remember niggas was saying LeBron was like 270 at one point, and like that was believable.
Nigga, LeBron's still 270. The fuck?
Nah, LeBron kind of skinny now.
Nah, LeBron definitely 270.
Fuck no.
Fuck yeah, LeBron, nigga.
I think
250.
LeBron was. What that mean? You ain't in LeBron's shape.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron is 270.
Mind
I
you,
guarantee
you like 7 feet.
Nigga, LeBron is 670. LeBron,
He's a 670. Fuck, this my player in 2011.
nah, LeBron is definitely 270. I don't give a fuck. I ain't
Is that just like what you want to feel? Just so you
nah,
don't feel
nigga,
like you're
nah,
not doing a
he's
good job?
definitely 270. That's a fact. He definitely 270. Especially, he might have been even bigger when he was actually like.
I think
last-
in Miami was probably like the heaviest he was. That was like when he was just like, I feel like that was when he was just built.
He was
He
just
was
lifting weights.
He
Like
was definitely 310 back then.
he was heavy on the arms there.
Yeah, no, LeBron definitely 270. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Shout out to LeVar Ball, just because it's Monday.
nigga, it's always Monday when we record.
Exactly. So shout out to LeVar Ball.
What was the
That
conversation
ranking
we was
was
having?
We went from Hall of Fame to LeBron's 270 pounds. But if you listen to this podcast, you know that we are not going to stay on topic.
That's a fact.
That's what makes us great.
So we got to talk about. So what happened with EA?
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, they wildin'.
they was tripping with that shit, and it was for no reason at all.
And they released that bum ass statement, like nigga.
That bum ass apology. That's like if you cheat on your girl and you be like, my bad. It won't happen again.
No, but y'all think it's wild, and I'm asking this. Like, this is the second, and I didn't even know about the one last year. But
I ain't played that shit since at least 2013.
But they did it 2 years in a row, and niggas really did, like. I don't even feel like a lot of niggas knew about it last year.
What was
Did
the
y'all know
song?
about it?
No, it wasn't the song. They just like referenced his name out. Like,
No, it was definitely a song last year.
what song was it?
Let me pull this shit up. Hold up. But because Nessa was the one that posted it, because she was the one that posted this year, and then she went back when they released the statement. She was like, "Y'all did it 2 years in a row, so cut the bullshit."
Shout out to YG because that Stay Dangerous is fire.
Oh, we haven't even talked about that. That's got to be our next topic.
I definitely,
We
yeah,
definitely
I listen to that shit.
Hey, definitely Stay Dangerous way better than Astro World, by the way.
I like Astro World too, though, and I ain't really a fan of that. Like, I ain't like no huge Travis Scott fan, but I fuck with that.
We can't really take your opinion on that serious, considering you from the West Coast.
I just think Astro World. I don't know. Like Astro World to me has like. I listened to it twice.
How many Travis Scott albums have you listened to? But let's preface this.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's a fact. I'm not like the biggest Travis Scott fan in the world, but it's to me, Astroworld sounds like every Travis Scott song. Like I
listened to it and I'm like, yeah, a lot of these songs sound alike, but I actually fucked with some of them.
Like,
is that a bad thing though?
it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like to me,
it gotta be Mos Def. It gotta be Talib Kweli and shit.
Nah, it's just
the lyrical math-abrasion, stars and stripes. You know I gotta feel it. I quit. I'm done. Shout out to Mos Def, yo. I don't want no beef with Yasin Bey.
Shout out to Yasin Bey, man.
I'm just bullshit. I love you in Italian job, bro.
Also, Bars of Soap was the song that Colin's name got scrubbed out of in Madden 18.
Fuck is that? Who made that song?
Mike Will made it.
But who was
who rapped on it? Like,
Bars of Soap.
If you ever tell me a producer like has a song and it ain't DJ Khaled, I definitely don't know the song.
No, I don't know the song either, nigga. I'm just saying. There's a lyric in it and it says, she be hoping that I take a knee like Kaepernick, and that shit apparently got bleeped out.
I would have bleeped that out just for being whack.
Yeah, I need to know. I need a couple more bars around that. Who said that bar?
I don't know, nigga.
Yeah, you ain't got the lyrics up?
Nah, I literally just went to the story, and that's just the shit that's posted.
Hey man, chill. You aggressive.
To me, nah. Anyway, I was gonna say. Also, the song I really don't fuck with, even though people do. I really don't like. Sicko Mode sounds whack to me.
That shit is fire.
I
boy.
fuck with that.
Sicko
I
Mode
like that beat. That Take
Keith
Keith switch. My son Drake get on that shit. Get the spaz. He said she in love with who I am.
Only shit about that song that. Well, you're not allowed to comment on that song, nigga, because you already said last week that your bias for Devin Booker was about to be as bad as Melo, and he definitely got a book line on there.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Niggas might remember that.
That's why I'm like, Will can't comment on that one. But nah, I don't know. Like, it's not a bad album. It just, to me, it sounds the same. Whereas YG 3 for 3 on albums, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, what West Coast artists?
I fuck with that Ty Dolla $ign shit.
I
mean, that Power with Ty Dolla $ign. I fuck with that shit heavy on that album.
That's my shit.
That Bulletproof
is hard.
Back at least 6-7 times. That should get you in the zone.
And I like that Bombtown Finest shit too. Oh, let's see. On Travis shit.
Bombtown Finest is dope.
What the fuck is this?
Like,
actually, now that I'm looking, I don't even know if I finished Travis whole shit.
I don't know. Like to me, and like I said, it's not that Travis's album was bad. It just, to me, it sounds similar. I think YG's album was dope. So to me, Stay Dangerous was the best album. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Mac Miller had a dope album. I just ain't listened to it.
I ain't listened to it. I probably won't get around to that one.
I have no desire. No desire.
That album might have been fire, but you know.
I heard a lot of good things about it. That's as far as it's gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dead ass. Like, I was like, to me, Stay Dangerous the best album of the weekend, but I'm only saying that off the strength of like 2 albums. Like, I don't know.
Who had the best verse on Big Bank? Because Nicki low key smashed.
I think 2 Chainz did. You can't beat big shit like the dinosaur did it.
and once again, like as I always say, 2 Chainz can get away with shit. Everybody can't, because
that's a fact.
Because if someone else was to say that, it might be quiet for him.
There's only 2 niggas that can get away with it: 2 Chainz and Wayne.
Definitely Wayne, because Wayne rapped the ABCs.
Mind you, just spin that line. I feel like that was on like that ice cream paint job or some shit. I feel like Wayne said some shit like that, like on an ice cream beat. But
also, 666 is hard.
Off the Stay Dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a fact. And I ain't even no big young boy guy, but he was talking some shit on there.
Hey, I fuck with young boy. 666 is hard. Also, I just like Glenn Davis hit a fadeaway jumper.
Free Big Baby. I think he is free, but just for future reference.
Free Suge Knight.
You're on your own.
Shit. What I look like?
And he just Baby just got a rebound in the putback.
That handgun. It's crazy how I listen to A$AP Rocky features way more than I listen to A$AP Rocky.
Everybody listen to A$AP Rocky features more than they listen to A$AP Rocky.
And I fuck with Rock, but I don't be listening to his solo shit.
Mind you, niggas only got 2 albums, right?
He got like 3, maybe 4.
He ain't really with the music shit no more.
That's what I was gonna say. He took a long ass break. Like,
nigga, he into fashion.
That nigga took him. Yeah, he took himself out. Like ASAP could have killed it, but like you got to give him some credit as far as like what Ferg does. But I don't know. Like, it just Rocky took himself out of like he just took himself out the conversation.
He took himself out of what though?
I mean,
he was never in the conversation to be like.
He could get credit
rappers.
just off making that whole ASAP mob, like just for getting them out there. But shit,
his
Ferg
impact
put
on
his
the
work
game
in.
is big though.
No, that's fine. But I'm saying that if you just want to talk about like nobody's bringing up ASAP Rocky as like a top rapper.
Were they ever? And that ain't even no diss to Rock. I fuck with Rock.
No. I think there was in 20. What year's fucking problems in his album? 2012, 2013.
12. Fucking Problems was 12. The album I think might have been like top of 13.
All right, so like you give him like that 3-4 month window. There's some people you could have put him in the conversation. Not saying that he would have been, but
for
you
top what?
Put him in the conversation for just top new niggas at that time. Or
new niggas, yeah.
Top how many?
No, the top mix of guys. You could have said he was, especially if you're talking about just how hot he was.
If we talking about top,
but it's like everybody on that song, everybody had on the song was hotter than him.
I mean, that's kind of like that. I mean, but to be fair, at the time that song dropped, those might have been the top 3 hottest niggas in the game.
2 Chainz, Drake, Kendrick, and A$AP Rocky. I mean, I wouldn't say that was the top.
But I mean,
that definitely wasn't the top 5 niggas in the game at that time.
But even if you want to say those could be 3 out of the top 6.
Because that's
6
the end of 2012 though. So it's like Meek was definitely hotter than A$AP Rocky.
I think he's saying I think the 3 he's saying is
the 3 features were hotter. Those are
hotter than
guys in the game at that time.
Those top probably 3 out of the top at least 6 or 7. Because like you said, you got Meek, you ain't Cole, you still got Cole.
Wale,
Big Sean was hot because that was around the time Wale had. That was around. Which album was Wale dropping around?
Ambition
that time?
Had
that was Ambition.
The end of
year
2011.
Before. Yeah,
and he was Gifted. Yeah, so he was like torn off Ambition.
And I mean, yeah, so he still had Lotus Flower Bomb out there as a single.
And Self-Made had
like
just dropped that summer.
See, Self-Made though, I don't think like any of the Self-Made albums have made them niggas pop though.
Self-Made 2 was definitely on fire. Like Self-Made 2 had mad singles.
Was that Tupac's back?
No, that was one. Self-Made 2
one?
had motherfucking Black Magic. It had the joint with French, Meek, and Wale. I forgot that. Acting Up. Yeah, it had Acting Up.
Oh yeah, that was with Power Circle.
Yeah, Power Circle.
Power Circle. Okay, Power Circle.
Self-Made
But
2
see,
had
even
joints.
Power Circle, the nigga Kendrick had the best shit on Power Circle.
No, hell no. He ain't even
Hell
had.
yeah.
He ain't even had the second best verse on Power Circle.
Nah.
Meek and Wale verse on Power Circle was better than Kendrick's.
Nah.
I know you a Cali nigga. You love your LA guys. You an SD and shit, but no.
Kendrick
brother.
was definitely because especially what year was you said that was 2011?
No, that was 2012 when Power Circle came out. Kendrick definitely had
Self-Made
the best
Volume
verse
1
on
was
there.
in 2012. I mean, Self-Made Volume 2 was in 2012.
Nah, Kendrick definitely had the best album, best verse on that one.
Kendrick might not even had the third best because Gunplay verse on that shit was fire.
Mind you, when I think of that song, Gunplay is the first name that comes to my head anyway. I ain't even saying Gunplay had the first verse. I mean, the best verse, but like when I think of that song, that's the first voice that popped into my head is Gunplay.
See, to me, I don't know. I guess that's just a difference of opinion. But Kendrick spazzed the fuck out on that shit.
We know why you think he spazzed, bro.
Is that what you mean?
I'm fucking with you. Chill out. I'm fucking with you.
I was like, Kendrick was. No, that was Kendrick's year though. Like, if you're talking about 2012, because what month did that Self-Made 2 come out?
2013 was Kendrick's year. 2012 was definitely not his year.
No, but what month did Self-Made 2 drop?
Self-Made 2 came out in June of 2012.
Yeah,
Kendrick ain't even dropped Good Kid, Mad City yet.
I get that, but there was already hype behind Good Kid, Mad City, and Kendrick was doing mad features at that time.
Kendrick was doing mad features, but that wasn't his year though.
I mean, you were in totality correct. 2013 was his year, but that's only because his album dropped at the end.
2 Chainz had a bigger 2012 than Kendrick.
Well, that's because oh fuck, why did I forget the name of that mixtape? What's Chainz mixtape?
No, True Religion came out in 2011. Boats 1 came out.
That was end of 2011.
Boats 1 came out in 2012.
Didn't his tape drop at the end of 2011 though? So that's what I'm saying. So that's the same shit with Kendrick. Like if your shit drops at the end of the year, then like you can't really have that year. But like
he only had 2013 just off the strength of the Control thing.
Nah, Good Kid, no.
Good Kid, Mad City was not bubbling before it was hot, but it didn't go gold until after the Control verse. Like J. Cole was getting more talk in 2013 before the Control verse. Motherfucking Yeezus had came out. Kanye was getting more talk than Kendrick. Jay-Z was getting more talk than Kendrick because Magna Carta dropped. It wasn't until after the Control verse that people said, "Who's this Kendrick guy? Oh shit, he got a classic album."
I guess that's different. Like, I don't know. Like, then that might just be a Cali thing because Kendrick's been getting.
Nigga, I've been telling you that for the last hour. It's a Cali thing.
No, but I'm saying though, it's not even a matter. But to say, I'm not taking credit away from the nigga just because they get more talk in their hometown. A, and B, and like I said, I don't even fuck with Kendrick when Section 80 was popping. And Section 80 people, and I don't even consider Section 80 like an album. I still consider that a mixtape. However you want to differ that, I'm not really going to debate that part. It's just for me, I see it as a mixtape. And niggas call Section 80 like a classic album. And I mean, I don't, but you know. I know a lot of niggas would. It's a dope album, but.
Drake definitely won a Best Rap Album Grammy for an R&B album. Shout out to Aubrey, man. Fucking breaking them up. Doing things people can't do.
Man, Drake, Drake going down as the GOAT. I don't even know why I feel like that.
I can see why you feel that way.
Well, no, I just have moments like when I start like thinking about some of the shit Drake did, and I'd be like, yeah, this nigga one of the best ever. And it'd be times where I'd be like, no, I don't know if he's gonna be the best ever.
He's gonna have the best career ever when it's all said and done. I don't think that's.
See,
you can't even say that though.
I mean, it's hard, like those type of conversations are just odd because it's like what category does Drake fall under? That's what kind of make, because I mean it's like,
And
as
it's
a
like
hip
by
hop
career,
artist,
you mean
because
like
I mean
musically or
that
like overall? Because like
You
Hov definitely
just
had niggas
career.
wearing Rockaway denim jackets.
That's impact. Though.
That's
I'm not
not
talking about
impact.
that.
I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
Rockaway as a clothing brand. I'm talking about business.
But
I'm
no,
not
even
talking
still, so
about
you just
impact.
talking about just music.
just a music career. Drake's will end up with the best. I think Hov has the best career in hip hop, like standing right now. I don't think Drake's the only nigga that can touch him.
As far as hip hop though,
Yeah. If you want to have a hip hop music career, Hov has had the best music career in hip hop, bar none. It ain't even close.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. But it's like, I mean,
but that nigga from that nigga that came from
sales
Toronto
and like number one joints. Cause like it's a white man in West Virginia that cut you if you don't say Eminem name.
No, but that's what I'm saying though, and that's what makes it even so impressive. He's damn near right there as far as M's numbers. If you take out the first Marshall Mathers LP, because that shit sold like crap. But if you take that out, their numbers are real comparable. And that's the fact. When you got M numbers,
I think it's just like with me, with Drake, with me, it's just always like, all right, how much hip hop is he? Like, I mean,
I don't think that's to say like how much of a rapper he is. That's fine, but I don't think there's ever a conversation how much hip hop is he.
What you mean by how much hip hop is he? Yeah?
I mean, like, just as far as like with a lot of the pop shit, like, I mean, because I think like, I mean, I don't even know like what's considered like pop music, but I mean, I guess when you start to think about the songs like Controller and One Dance and like, because I mean, he just do a lot of different shit.
So that's what we talked about this the other.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's to me. There's a difference in you making a. There's a big difference in trying to make a pop song or trying to make a hot song.
And OVO Fest gonna be lit this year.
Here's an example, and this is some shit. When Katy Perry tries to do a song with Migos, there's only one thing she's trying to do with that song. That's a fact.
The idea of that is like funny to me.
When Drake does shit, Drake is not like different. Drake has like the same shit in his mixtapes, his albums. Like he's never changed up. His music, there's a difference when you try to go for pop and your shit just pops. Like we talked about with God's Plan. God's Plan we consider a hip hop song, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he wasn't going out there trying to be like, yo, I'm gonna make this number one record. I'll make this pop record. Like Drake just does, and the nigga just loves, and the nigga likes singing, for and that's his prerogative.
See, but no, I'm not trying to take away from it. I'm just saying like he can go down as like possibly the greatest artist of all time, but like I just. It's hard to just kind of put him into one category, is what I'm saying. Because it's
that's
why
I say
Hov is like strictly like a hip hop artist, in my opinion. So it's like it's hard to categorize Drake the way that we categorize a lot of other artists.
No, because Hov is
like always. I personally don't have anyone like I can't see me taking anyone from this era and putting them in my top 5 just because I don't feel like the guys now have like the impact on the game that like the guys in my current top 5 had.
Who's in your current top 5?
Jay, Biggie, Pac, Nas, and Eminem.
So that's always mine. It's like the two that I always struggle with, and it's nothing against them, but it's like where do you, for me, to look at it objectively, and I think it's a hard thing to do just because of how intertwined like hip hop is with life. How do you compare someone? Like we talked about this before too. Like how do you compare someone that only has 2 albums, only has a short career, but insane impact, compared to someone who's going to have like this giant catalog, great impact?
The catalog, Drake's catalog is fine. Cole, Kendrick, whoever's catalog is great. Like they got great projects and stuff like that. But the thing about Biggie that is always so unique to me, and why it's always tough, like when I always think about GOATs, and it's always tough for me to like put Biggie over Hov or vice versa, is because like Biggie dropped a classic in '94. Biggie didn't have to drop another album for him to be considered the GOAT. Biggie dropped another classic in '97. He wasn't allowed to see that joint. It was a double album. Every song on there is fire. Biggie gave you everything on that album. And it's like even between Biggie didn't drop his second album until '97. So it's like he gave you features in between that. He gave you Lil' Kim, one of the greatest female rappers. He gave you Junior Mafia. He gave you so much within that time. He gave you great features. He gave you verses. And it's like Biggie, like people always talk about like Big only had 2 albums. It's like he had 2 albums and you can still put him in this conversation as the GOAT. So it's like
that's what because he has different criteria. Like Biggie, the biggest thing for Biggie, and I'm not even like the biggest, like I don't really sit back and listen to Biggie like that, so I can't make this case.
Biggie's
100%.
like limb bias.
Huh?
I said Biggie's like limb bias.
That's fair. Biggie, the number one thing for Biggie is you could say he's the only nigga to ever be that great and to never have a bad verse. Like,
yeah, you can't find no whack Biggie verse. You can find some wild ass lines, but
No,
you
that's
can't
the thing,
find no
but
whack
like-
Biggie verse.
but-
You know what wild line I'm talking about, Will?
but you also have
Niggas
to
know.
put that to me to have the full conversation. You do have to have that with the Now, all these niggas have different criteria for why they're in the top 5. Because I have the same top 5 as you, but they're completely different. Like my reasons for why I think they're up there. Like to me, Biggie and Pac are up there because of their impact. Biggie's up there because like he says, no, there is not a whack verse in his repertoire. But the context is it's 2 albums. Pac had impact.
But those 2
beyond
albums are like classic albums, though.
No, and I'm not denying that. I'm saying the differences. So Pac's reason why he's in the top 5 is his impact. You could argue is more than anybody. The reason why M's in the top 5 is because you can make your case no one's ever been that crazy with his words. Like, and that nigga talks about, but context, the nigga talks about doing some real sick shit with like his mom.
M's in my top 5 because we could take away all the crazy I'm gonna kill my mom shit. M can rap. Like if we get down to like
He might be the greatest wordsmith ever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and then when you sit there, to me, why like Jay and Nas, it's like the catalogs, you can't argue their catalogs. So the reason why I got all, because like I said, I had the same top 5 as you, but my reasons for them being in the top 5 are all different. So to me, that doesn't eliminate Drake from it. That don't even eliminate Cole and Kendrick from it. Do I think they're going to get there? No, but I'm not going to rule them out because their criteria is different. All the niggas I have in my top 5, their criteria for being in it is different. Because to me, you can't even have like M.
So you got different criteria for your artists.
Huh?
That's it. So you got different criteria for the artists in your top 5.
Absolutely.
So you
Because
got
I'm
different
not even
criteria for
compare
your
M
Hall
and
of
Pac.
Fame.
Nigga, that's
How you just knock out your argument from an hour ago, yo?
no, because let me tell you why. Because all them niggas in their prime was in the top 1%. And that's still a fact. Why you in the top 1% might be different, but you in the top 1%. And all 5 of the niggas at their prime is in the top 1% of rappers. Am I wrong?
Probably, but I ain't got the numbers to say you is though.
So it's like, I'm just saying though, it's like, and like I said, I agree with you. I don't think any of these niggas gonna be in the top 5. But to say Drake had the best career, to say wherever Drake lands, to me, his criteria for getting there, of course, it's gonna be different than like M. It's gonna be different than Hove. It's gonna be different than Nas, Pac, Big. But that don't mean that it's like the wrong criteria or it can't get there.
Like even if we break it down, like who in that out of that top 5, like we could say Drake is a better rapper than Tupac, but it's not like we put Tupac in our top rappers though. So it's like
I'm not even gonna say he's a better rapper than Tupac.
Okay.
Tupac.
Right.
No, because here's and I went and looked at this. You can say that Tupac's only got 2 dope albums, and that's fine. But Tupac is one of the few niggas who has legitimate like 2 or 3 dope ass singles off of everything, and not even like singles, but just like 2 or 3 dope ass songs. And the niggas got as many. The niggas got a best of that's 25 songs, which a lot of people don't have.
Just because that nigga got a best of 25 songs, don't mean. Give me 10 Tupac B-sides. Give me 5 Tupac B-sides.
Excuse me.
And I mean B-sides, not radio shits, not shits they play at the cookouts, not shit you would hear on the throwback of a radio station. Give me 5 Tupac joints. That's a B-side.
Wait a minute.
No, give me 5 Tupac songs that are B-sides. That's not popping songs that people might not know. Give me 5. That's it. Just 5.
Can I ask for one quick criteria? Because I just want to know if this affects it.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm being dead ass honest. Okay. What are you considering a B-side?
That's not some shit you heard on the radio. That's not some shit they play.
So then what's a Drake? So what's a Drake
B-side? Is 4 p.m. in Calabasas. A Drake B-side is 6.
Hell no.
4 p.m. in Calabasas. Okay, so all right, yo. All right, so a Drake B-side is motherfucking. A Drake B-side is, and that's even tough for Drake because Drake got mad hits. So it's like
that's what I'm saying.
6 p.m. in New York is definitely a B-side. Just because that's one of your favorite joints will make that not a B-side. Because I guarantee you a majority of people cannot give you bar for bar 6 p.m. in New York. Most of the time, serious shits is a B-side. 30 for 30 freestyle is a B-side.
Okay. So, Keep Your Head Up, is that a B-side for Pac?
No, fuck no. Keep Your Head Up is not a B-side for Pac.
Okay. God Bless the Dead, is that a B-side?
B-side.
All right. How Do You Want It? Is that a B-side?
Nigga, no.
Okay. Me Against the
Definitely
World?
not.
So Many Tears?
Arguable. I give you
that. Could be a B-side.
I'll give you that.
Life Goes On?
Probably.
Hit 'Em Up?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Nigga, no.
All right. Brenda's Got a Baby?
That's not a come on, yo. Come on, yo.
I'm just no, but I'm saying, nigga, this is why I'm asking. Because to me, Brenda's Got a Baby is in a different category than like California Love, then Changes, then I Get Around. That is in Pac's catalog.
That's definitely not a B-side.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So I'm letting you do this. How Long Will They Mourn Me?
B-side.
All right. I just want to listen about that shit. Dear Mama.
There you go.
We ain't got that much time.
Hearts of Men.
Hearts of Men's a B-side. Yeah.
All right. So that's 5.
Okay. You gave me 5.
Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying though, it's like, and I'm not even trying to like argue the point because we just see differently on it. But I'm saying to say, you could say Tupac's only got 2 albums from front to back, or just majority that are great. But the niggas got mad songs.
Okay, that's fine. I never argued that Pac can't have joints. I never said that. I'm saying Tupac's only got 2 great albums.
And that's fine. No, that's what I'm saying. And I'm countering that with there's not a lot of niggas who could have a 25 greatest hits and have songs like that. That to me is also part of Tupac's legacy. If you're talking about who can rap, and that's
what's greatest hits? Because Tupac got like mad posthumous albums.
Right, so you want, and I'm all right. So, and I'm just gonna run down the list real quick. So no, we are.
We talking about Until the End of Time.
This is literally what they have.
You talking about Until the End of Time? That greatest hits?
Nah, this is literally his. This nigga's got a greatest hit albums on iTunes. Keep Your Head Up, 2 of America's Most Wanted, Temptations, God Bless the Dead, Hail Mary, Me Against the World, How Do You Want It, So Many Tears, Unconditional Love, Trapped, Life Goes On, Hit 'Em Up, Troublesome 96, Brenda's Got a Baby, I Ain't Mad at Ya, I Get Around, Changes, California Love, Picture Me Rolling, How Long Will They Mourn Me? That's my personal favorite. Toss It Up, Dear Mama, All About You, To Live and Die in LA, and Hearts of Men.
How many tracks is that?
25.
How many of them 25 you think he rhymed Hennessy and Enemies on?
Hey. And I'm not even going to deny that he's got like but I mean, excuse me. I'm not even going to deny that that's not, if you want to pick that out as like a flaw or say like that's a criticism, you're completely right. Like you can't deny.
I'm not even saying that's a flaw. I'm just saying it is what it is. Like that. If Tupac ain't rhyme Hennessy and Penitentiaries, he ain't write that verse.
But the fact is, like I'm saying, Tupac to me, just that list alone, I don't think you can name 5 or 6 niggas who could out rap him.
Wait, hold on. Nah, like I cut it. I came back in like at a bag. You said can't out rap who?
I'm saying you take that list of the greatest hit songs. Did you hear the greatest hit list, yo?
I mean, I know Tupac's greatest hit, so. But yeah, what were you saying? What were you saying about it? Like if I just came in on the out rap part.
I'm saying if you're talking about who's putting him top 5, you're not putting 5 niggas above Tupac on that. With that, it's a part of his catalog.
I mean, whatever.
That's a fact.
So you said you can't name. You said 5 or 6. 5 or 6 niggas that can rap better than Tupac, bro.
I'm saying you can't put 5. I'm saying you can't put 5 niggas above him with that in his catalog.
Okay, all right. Tupac not even a top rapper from the West.
How many songs was that you named on his greatest hits?
25 joints.
Uh,
How many songs you think he said Hennessy and Will?
You said what, y'all?
I said how many of them 25 you think my man said Hennessy and Enemies are? Out of
25. He might be responsible for Hennessy being as popular as it is. Shit.
Oh shit! R.I.P. Tupac, man.
One of the best ever.
One of the best ever. Still can't rap better than Jadakiss.
That will never be a debate. even if Tupac got the better catalog.
Tupac ain't got the scale that they use to weigh the whales with.
You said what?
He said Tupac ain't got the scale that they use to weigh the whales.
He said my bathtub lift up, my walls do a 360. We got the shit that the government got.
That's a man. And then you can't. Hey, Jadakiss nice.
Jadakiss is nice.
Jadakiss like super nice. The Lox is definitely one of like the best groups ever. I think we probably touched on that before.
As I always say, the Lox over the Beatles any day.
And then you talking about one of the best duos ever.
Hey, dog, Styles and Kiss is like is pretty much undefeated.
Styles and Kiss or
Styles.
The Throne.
You could go Styles and Kiss. You could go Styles and Sheik and Kiss.
I think the dopest shit about them is them niggas ain't never fell out.
Them niggas ain't never fell out, and they ain't never
not at least not publicly.
Like them niggas do not. They ain't no haters. Like them niggas ain't no old haters either.
No, Kids definitely do tracks with the young boys. That's because he running around with Fab. Fab still think he 20. Shout out to Fab, man.
Shout out to Fab. The fit's looking better, man.
Hey, man, they say Fab been posting this girl a whole lot more since he, you know what?
Since the alleged situations.
Yeah. Since the alleged.
I forgot KG didn't play in the series.
What series you watching?
Still the 09 between the Bulls and Celtics.
Oh, okay.
Or at least I think he played the first 2 games and then played the last couple.
John Thomas was wilding.
Bro, Tyrese Thomas in this game.
No.
Tyrese Thomas is definitely in this game.
Another nigga we forgot about. Niggas in Chicago used to love Tyrese Thomas. I used to be like, fuck that nigga. Get him gone.
Like, the big men in this game is Kendrick Perkins, Glenn Davis, Tyrese Thomas, and Brad Miller.
And Ponytail Noah.
He's not on the court right now. Yo, Tyrese Thomas, another nigga like KD, he definitely never brushed his hair.
Tyrese Thomas was definitely one of the original Marcus, one of the Morris twins, without as much violence. Because like I always say, I don't believe in NBA beef unless the Morris twins involved. That's the only time it's real to me. Everything else is wrestling.
You say it's fake?
It's fake.
Unbelievable.
So we got only got a couple more minutes here before this shit. They cap us at 2 hours. Oh, actually, no, that's what I wanted to do. I know it can be a quick segment because we already kind of touched on them a little bit. Because the conversation that I realized got cut from the last episode was Tony. You called Drake like the last superstar in rap.
Oh, the last rap superstar. As far as what I grew up knowing rappers to be.
So I want you to give like a quick, just to recap, everybody that missed out on that conversation, want to give a little 1-2 minute soliloquy. Damn, they just found the shit out of Glenn Davis. No wonder he started selling drugs.
I said Drake is the last rap superstar, meaning Drake is the last guy that reminds me of like rappers when I was growing up in like the early 2000s and shit like that. Like he's the last guy with like the jewelry and the chicks and like the pictures in the magazines. Well, like now online. So like he's the last big star in this shit.
Well, yeah, he definitely the last one to still kind of act like a star because it's like to the point to where
Drake is not regular.
He's on,
and Kendrick and J. Cole are like
but
regular.
It's like, well, yeah, because it's like Drake is on social media. He interacts with the fans, but he don't give them too much. Like you got some of these celebrities that let the fans in too much to where the fans feel like
they know them.
They know the nigga.
Y'all don't think Migos is there?
But like Migos are like rap superstars, but like not to the extent of like Drake though. When I say that, and even in that sense, like Migos are like rap superstars from like Migos are like the South version of the Lox. Meaning we like domestically everybody knows who Migos are. Migos can go overseas and do numbers, but like they can't. Like Drake can sell out a stadium in England. Migos can sell out a stadium in England. They could do numbers in England, like the Lox could do numbers in England, but they can't sell out a soccer stadium in England.
I don't know about that. I don't. I'm not disagreeing.
I love Migos. I love Quay and them, but they can't do 100K over in England by themselves.
No, and that's a fact. And I'll give you that. And I think. So you calling Drake like LL Cool J 2.0?
I mean,
DMX throwing out a continent.
You said what?
I mean, shit. We call it if we call it Drake LL of today, that's not bad at all. Like LL was doing numbers.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like, LL was nice. Like LL was nice too on the mic.
So would you say that's a fair comparison?
Yeah, that's not a bad comparison at all.
Could he sell out a whole continent?
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
He could sell out North America. Because he got Canada on Smash.
Listen, man. $723.99. He sold out a whole continent, nigga. X gonna give it to you.
Hey, was X high when he did that?
X was always high, nigga. Hey, shout out to my man X. If you know anything about me, I don't take no type of X slander.
No Earl Simmons slander. Even though Tommy and Belly was a pedophile.
And we don't condone that.
we definitely don't condone that.
He definitely, hey, y'all seen the picture going around DMX and chilling with BMF?
X definitely getting fat in the jails, living good.
Man.
He eating good in the jails. Shout out to X, man. Belly's a terrible film. Belly's a terrible film. I just gotta put that out there for anybody listening. It got classic scenes and visually it's amazing, but as a movie, it is terrible. Like DMX turned.
About Belly too.
Yeah, come on,
definitely
bro.
wild.
Don't slander. DMX turned Muslim. DMX turned Muslim at the end of Belly, like out the blue. He said, "How about Belly too?" Like don't disrespect. Don't disrespect, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Is the game gonna fight somebody? Yeah, that's probably why he was fighting.
Hey, the game really. Do all niggas from the West Coast square up like that, yo? That's what I wanted to ask you. Because whenever I see niggas from the West Coast fight, that's always the stance they get.
Mind you, I haven't even watched the fight. I just know I found out about that shit because SportsCenter tweeted it, and they said it like the most awkward way possible. But like,
I mean, he kind of wild for only hitting him once.
Damn.
Niggas, niggas say he should have put the mitts on him.
Hey, he should have hit him with the Johnny.
No, don't do that.
Yo.
Don't do that.
No, you got to
If-
because it's like if you hit a nigga one time and he don't go down or whatever, you can still lose this fight.
If Fred would have had game money, Johnny would have definitely filed the lawsuit.
Well, man, look, if you hit a nigga once and he don't go down and he got time to square up, like you can still get your ass whooped. So like, you better off just taking the knockout. So you might as well give him a combination and knock him out and just take
Concussion like
that
symptoms,
W.
Joe.
Yeah, hold that W. Because I'm like, because if you hit a nigga, if you swing on a nigga first and you catch him off guard and you lose the fight, you look even wilder.
So Davis got a
Deontay,
big ass
man.
forehead.
Free Rilo before we get out of here.
That's like who y'all freeing this week? Because we definitely got like 2 minutes left on this shit.
I'm freeing Rafa as always.
Free Big Baby Davis. Take Suge Knight back. Take R. Kelly. We about to start putting niggas in jail.
Shit,
Next week.
take our
Next week we give y'all a list of niggas to send to jail. So we done freed enough
We
niggas.
freed enough niggas. This is the last week we
Yeah,
doing
man.
freeze. Next week we
Yeah,
doing
like I'm
lockups.
starting the lockouts today to take care of us.
Hey, no, I definitely.
R. Kelly
was
gonna be on
watching,
that list every week.
I definitely was watching the Tupac interview last night. It was the one he did in jail, and he had like the funniest shit. My man was like, if you know, he's like, when it comes to freeing people, don't free all them niggas, but free the ones you know that didn't.
Like as the classic civil rights leader Frederick Douglass once said, "Free the real, keep the rest." Or maybe that was T Grizzly. I get him confused.
No, I definitely think it was Frederick Douglass.
My nigga said T Grizzly. I get him confused. Damn, man, Gordon, why you changed it?
He getting his Reggie Miller on.
Ben Gordon got 5 fouls. He definitely got like 30 points in this game, but you know.
Shout out to Ben Gordon for really getting a $50 million check off these 7 games.
That's a fact.
That's like the Bulls definitely give the wrong amount of money to the wrong niggas at the wrong time.
Would they give Zach LaVine like 70 M's?
60 something, some crazy shit. I
But
fuck
as
with
always-
him, I wasn't giving him that though.
As always, don't forget to check the socials. At
NFM.
NFL _podcast.
Also,
both on Twitter and Instagram.
We got some new sounds coming to the podcast too. We're gonna give you
new
our
sounds. We just got the new
official
graphics.
intro, new graphics, merch soon, very soon.
We getting better at this shit, man. Episode 20.
We out here. Hey, y'all didn't name this one. What y'all name? Name it on the way out.
Hennessy, enemies, and penitentiaries. I'm dead ass.
Hey, nah. I already know the episode got to be titled. But did he sell out a continent?
Definitely. Did he sell out the continent?
He's definitely sold out of contract. So you know, you always gonna be the go to my eyes. As always.